a moral person must be humble, not arrogant. Humility means thinking that one still has shortcomings. Arrogance means thinking that one is talented. From the humble thought that one is still lacking, a good feeling arises, which is respect for everyone. Conversely, an arrogant person, thinking that they are talented, will develop a negative feeling, which is contempt for many people around them. From the feeling of respecting everyone, a humble person will naturally express it through facial expressions, words, and gestures that show that respect, making others feel satisfied. Conversely, an arrogant person, no matter how much they restrain themselves, will eventually reveal contempt for others and cause resentment and hatred from many people. But before anyone can hate, the brain of the arrogant person cannot tolerate its own arrogance. Self-praising thoughts and secretly criticizing others, over time, distort the brain. Many neurons are destroyed, and many important brain functions disappear. An important function of the brain is to suppress the free flow of thoughts that cause unnecessary stress to the brain. But the notion of arrogance destroys this function, causing the brain to fall into a state of uncontrolled thinking. Stress, insomnia, headaches, memory loss, inability to concentrate on work, and overall fatigue. An important function of the brain is to control improper desires, helping people live decently and have legal personality. But the concept of arrogance has gradually destroyed this function, causing people to be strongly influenced by improper desires. A person suddenly craves sex more, to the extent that the desire exceeds the limits of nature and law. Once a sexual sin is committed, all honor is lost. Another important function of the brain is the ability to learn, practice, and develop talents. But the notion of arrogance has killed this function, causing people to fall into a state of incompetence and uselessness. The idea of praising oneself and silently criticizing others causes many disadvantages for the brain. In addition, an arrogant mindset also brings bad karma. Arrogant people often encounter unfortunate situations and failures. No matter how hard they try, things still do not go smoothly. On the contrary, humble thinking elevates the brain to a higher level. Humble people gradually become smarter, gain control over their bad habits, and have a peaceful, gentle soul. Humble individuals are more likely to encounter favorable circumstances brought about by the law of cause and effect. Humble people also easily possess a charming and likable appearance. Anyone who has developed an arrogant mindset is very difficult to change, stubbornly clinging to their own views and criticizing everything. This not only hurts others, but also harms their own mind. Only when that person realizes the danger of arrogance and is determined to correct it, can they begin the difficult struggle. Every day, kneeling before any sacred deity they revere, they vow to give up arrogance, while quietly praying for that deity's help to let go of pride. They promise to respect everyone and to always understand their own shortcomings. Every day, kneeling and making such a vow. However, when interacting with others, if I forget for a moment, pride immediately appears. That is very difficult. Shifting from a proud heart to a humble heart is extremely difficult. But it must be changed if we do not want to fall into hell. Being able to change, being humble, recognizing one's own shortcomings. The first reward is that our mind becomes much more peaceful than before. Then many good things will gradually come forever.